Please subscribe to not miss pro wrestling show recaps. WWE Friday Night SmackDown results. The 25th of November 2022, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus vs. the Usos. Ring announcer, Samantha Irvin. First match, Santos Escobar W, Legado del Fantasma vs. Butch W, the Brawling Brutes in a semi-final match in the SmackDown World Cup tournament. Zelina Vega joins the commentary team for this match. Collar and elbow tie up. Escobar backs Butch into the ropes. Escobar is playing mind games with Butch. Escobar repeatedly stomps on Butch's chest. Escobar applies a side headlock. Escobar with the side headlock takeover. Butch starts bending Escobar's fingers. Butch stomps on the left elbow of Escobar. Butch applies a wrist lock. Escobar sends Butch into the ropes. Escobar dropkicks Butch for a 2 count. Escobar applies an arm bar. Escobar grabs a side headlock. Butch whips Escobar across the ring. Butch drops down on the canvas. Butch leapfrogs over Escobar. Escobar regroups on the outside. Butch with a knife-edge chop. Butch rolls Escobar back into the ring. Butch applies a wrist lock. Escobar reverses out of the Irish whip from Butch. Escobar sends Butch crashing to the outside. Escobar has complete control of the match during the commercial break. Forearm exchange. Butch with a running enziguri. Butch with knee drop. Butch follows that with a release German suplex. Butch stomps on Escobar's fingers. Butch drops Escobar with a roundhouse kick. Butch with the apron moonsault. Escobar lands the suicide dive. Escobar rolls Butch back into the ring. Escobar with a corner meteora. Escobar puts Butch on the top turnbuckle. Escobar with the step-up enziguri. Butch slaps Escobar in the chest. Butch snaps Escobar's fingers. Butch wipes out Legado with the Orihara moonsault. Butch hits the Tornado DDT for a 2 count. Butch gets distracted by a backstage melee featuring Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre and the Bloodline. Misfired clotheslines. Escobar with a running lariat for a 2 count. Butch applies the Fujiwara armbar. The referee gets distracted by Vega. Mendoza with a step-up enziguri. Escobar connects with the Phantom Driver to pick up the victory. Winner, Santos Escobar via pinfall. Second match, the Viking Raiders W, Valhalla vs. Hit Row W, B-Fab. Ivar and Ashanti the Adonis will start things off. Adonis with rapid-fire body shots. Adonis with forearm shivers. Ivar reverses out of the Irish whip from Adonis. Adonis dropkicks Ivar. Ivar scores the elbow knockdown. Ivar with 2 toe kicks. Ivar tags in Eric. Viking Raiders gangs up on Adonis. Adonis attacks the midsection of Eric. Eric rocks Adonis with a forearm smash. Eric sends Adonis into the ropes. Eric with a forearm knockdown. Adonis fights from underneath. Eric answers with another forearm. Eric tags in Ivar. Viking Raiders with 2 knee lifts. Ivar tags in Eric. Eric goes for a vertical suplex, but Adonis lands back on his feet. Dollar and Ivar are tagged in. Dollar with a shoulder tackle. Dollar knocks Ivar off the ring apron. Dollar with a forearm smash. Dollar kicks Eric in the gut. Dollar drops Eric with a running boot. Dollar plays to the crowd. Dollar tags in Adonis. Ivar dumps Dollar over the top rope. Adonis with a leaping forearm smash. Adonis dives over Ivar. Adonis starts favoring his left knee. Ivar with a spinning heel kick. Ivar tags in Eric. Eric with a running knee strike to Dollar. Viking Raiders connects with the Ragnarok to pick up the victory. Winner, the Viking Raiders via pinfall. Third match, Braun Strowman vs. Ricochet in a semi-final match in the SmackDown World Cup tournament. Collar and elbow tie up. Strowman launches Ricochet to the corner. Ricochet talks smack to Strowman. Strowman pates Ricochet on the forehead. Ricochet slaps Strowman in the face. Strowman backs Ricochet into the turnbuckles. Ricochet ducks a clothesline from Strowman. Strowman catches Ricochet in midair. Strowman goes for a body slam, but Ricochet lands back on his feet. Ricochet repeatedly kicks the left hamstring of Strowman. Strowman blocks a boot from Ricochet. Tip up by Strowman. Ricochet ducks another clothesline from Strowman. Ricochet with 2 drop kicks. Ricochet sends Strowman tumbling to the floor. Ricochet with a pump kick. Ricochet drop kicks Strowman into the ringside barricade. Strowman delivers the pounce over the announce table. Strowman rolls Ricochet back into the ring. Strowman with an elbow drop for a 2 count. Strowman whips Ricochet into the turnbuckles. Strowman levels Ricochet with the body avalanche. Strowman with a big heel throw. Strowman prepares for the concrete sledge. Strowman gets distracted by Imperium. Ricochet connects with the rolling crucifix to pick up the victory. After the match, Imperium gangs up on Strowman. Ricochet storms back into the ring to make the save. The numbers game catches up to Ricochet. Strowman with 2 clotheslines. Imperium retreats to the backstage area. Strowman helps Ricochet get back on his feet. Winner, Ricochet via pinfall. 4th match, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler vs Shotzi Blackheart and Raquel Rodriguez. Ronda Rousey and Shotzi Blackheart will start things off. Blackheart ducks a clothesline from Rousey. Blackheart knocks Baszler off the ring apron. Blackheart dives over Rousey. Blackheart with a corner clothesline. Blackheart is throwing haymakers at Rousey. Rousey teep kicks Blackheart. Rousey tags in Baszler. Blackheart ducks a clothesline from Rousey. Blackheart drops Rousey with a rolling elbow. Blackheart with 2 forearm smashes. Blackheart with a reverse senton bomb. Baszler answers with a running knee strike for a 2 count. Baszler applies a double wrist lock. Baszler tags in Rousey. Rousey with a rising knee strike. Baszler tags herself in. Rousey applies the rope-assisted arm bar. Baszler with a double wrist lock suplex. Baszler works on her joint manipulation game. Baszler transitions into a ground and pound attack. Rodriguez makes her way down to the ringside area. Blackheart avoids the elbow stomp. Blackheart tags in Rodriguez. Rodriguez knocks Rousey off the apron. Rodriguez is raining down haymakers. Baszler applies a double wrist lock. Rodriguez goes for a body slam, but Baszler lands back on her feet. Rousey tags herself in. Baszler blocks the chokeslam. Rousey hyperextends the left shoulder of Rodriguez. Baszler connects with the elbow stomp. Rousey makes Rodriguez tap out to the arm bar. Winner, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler via submission. Updated WWE Survivor Series, War Games 2022 match card. 1. Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Mia Yim and Becky Lynch vs Damage Control, Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley in a Women's War Games match. 2. Ronda Rousey, C, vs Shotzi Blackheart for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. 3. AJ Styles W, Theok vs Finn Balor W, The Judgment Day. 4. Seth Rollins, C, vs Bobby Lashley vs Austin Theory in a triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship. 5. Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, The Usos and Solo Sikoa W, Paul Heyman vs Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens and the Brawling Brutes in the Men's War Games match. 5th match, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus W, The Brawling Brutes and Kevin Owens vs the Usos W, Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa in a War Games advantage match. Sheamus and Jimmy Uso will start things off. Sheamus with 2 side headlock takeovers. Jimmy backs Sheamus into the ropes. Jimmy with clubbing shoulder blocks. Sheamus reverses out of the Irish whip from Jimmy. Misfired hip tosses. Sheamus clotheslines Jimmy. Sheamus tags in McIntyre. Double Irish whip. Double elbow knockdown. McIntyre hooks the outside leg for a 1 count. McIntyre with a straight right hand. McIntyre with a knife-edge chop. McIntyre tags in Sheamus. Double Irish whip. Double hip toss. Sheamus ducks a clothesline from G. McIntyre punches G. McIntyre and Sheamus clotheslines G over the top rope. That leads us to a huge standoff on the outside. McIntyre and Sheamus has complete control of the match during the commercial break. Sheamus is throwing haymakers at Jimmy. Jimmy applies a side headlock. G tags himself in. Jimmy whips Sheamus across the ring. Sheamus ducks a clothesline from Jimmy. G sends Sheamus tumbling to the floor. G with a flying forearm smash off the ring apron. G tells Zayn to back away. G rolls Sheamus back into the ring. G is throwing haymakers at Sheamus. Jimmy fish hooks Sheamus. Zayn and Owens start bickering with each other. G tags in Jimmy. Wishbone attack. Sheamus fights from underneath. Jimmy headbutts Sheamus. Sheamus with a tilt-a-whirl powerslam. Sheamus tags in McIntyre. McIntyre with 2 clotheslines. McIntyre whips Jimmy across the ring. McIntyre scores the elbow knockdown. McIntyre with a neck breaker. McIntyre blocks a boot from Jimmy. Jimmy with a spinning enziguri. McIntyre denies the Samoan drop. Jimmy decks McIntyre with a back elbow smash. McIntyre with the spine buster for a 2 count. McIntyre ducks a clothesline from Jimmy. McIntyre with another neck breaker. McIntyre pops back on his feet. McIntyre prepares for the Claymore. G trips McIntyre from the outside. Jimmy super kicks McIntyre. Jimmy tags in G. The Usos with 2 suicide dives. The Usos throws McIntyre into the steel ring steps. McIntyre and Jimmy are trading back and forth shots. McIntyre reverses out of the Irish whip from Jimmy. Jimmy kicks McIntyre in the face. Jimmy delivers the running stink face. McIntyre explodes out of the corner with a running headbutt. Sheamus and G are tagged in. Sheamus with 2 polish hammers. Sheamus with a corner clothesline. Sheamus knocks Jimmy off the apron. Sheamus with the Irish curse backbreaker. Beats of the Bodhrán. The Usos with stereo top rope stunners. G throws Sheamus into the ringside barricade. McIntyre ducks a clothesline from Jimmy. McIntyre hits the Claymore. G super kicks McIntyre. G with the suicide dive. G rolls McIntyre back into the ring. Sheamus with a pump knee strike for a 2 count. Sheamus knocks Zayn off the apron. G super kicks Sheamus for a 2 count. Sheamus has G perched on the top turnbuckle. Sheamus is raining down haymakers. Zayn sends Sheamus crashing into the canvas. G connects with the Uso splash for a 2 count. Zayn argues with the referee. That leads us to a Pier 6 brawl on the outside. McIntyre lands the somersault plunger. Zayn grabs one of the tag team titles. Owens stops Zayn in his tracks. Owens snatches the title away from Zayn. Owens tells Zayn to grow some balls. Owens rolls Zayn into the ring. The referee has ejected Sami Zayn from the ringside area. Owens nails G with the stunner. Sheamus plants G with the brogue kick to pick up the victory. Winner, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus via pinfall. Please subscribe.